Well, today is the winter solstice and the start of a new season, but December 21st is special for another reason. And all you have to do is look up to find it. Tonight, you will see what is being called the Christmas star. Jupiter and Saturn are lining up perfectly, creating a super bright orb in the night sky for the first time in centuries. For more on this cosmic coincidence, or maybe not, we are joined by York University astronomy professor Paul Delaney. Great to have you with us this morning. First of all, what tie did you choose for us today?
Oh, just the pretty standard solar system one with the planets. It seemed appropriate given the fact that we're talking about Jupiter and Saturn for tonight.
And just so that everybody knows, explain what the background is, the significance of what you've put up behind you.
This is our 1-meter telescope at the Allen I. Carswell Observatory here at York University. I love my telescope. I'm biased, I know, but it's really what we'll be using tonight, weather permitting, to show everybody Jupiter and Saturn.
Okay, well, let's talk more about that. Some people are calling this the Christmas star. I know a lot of churches around the world were talking about it this weekend and its significance. But what is this conjunction?
Purely from an astronomical point of view, it is the alignment, from our perspective, of the two largest planets in our solar system. So Jupiter and Saturn, they're separated by hundreds of millions of kilometers, but from our vantage point, it looks like they are sort of like beads on a string, and they will get within 1/10 of a degree tonight. That's like 1/5 the diameter of the moon. Technical term, they're going to kiss in the night sky there. They will be that close together. And as you said, a really bright orb just after sunset. Not to be missed, because it's another 400 years before they get this close again.
Wow. When was the last time they were visible?
Well, technically 1623, but that was so close to the sun at that point in time that very few people, if anybody, no reports, actually saw it. So you have to go all the way back to 1226 when they were this close in the dark of night.
Incredible. You know, we talked about how this is being called by some of the Christmas star. It appears on the winter solstice, which is today. Explain to us the link between the Star of Bethlehem, the star that we sing about in the Christmas carols and the biblical references, and this planetary alignment.
Well, I mean, there has been lots of speculation about what was the celestial phenomena that represented the Star of Bethlehem. Certainly Jupiter and Venus together in the morning sky were incredibly bright in and around 2020 years ago. The exact date, of course, for the birth of Christ is not really well known, and so that makes it a little harder for astronomers to be able to say, yes, it was a supernova, yes, it was a comet, yes, it was a conjunction. But there is no doubt that these planets, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn, get together periodically, and when they do, they are really stunningly bright sights. And if you've got a really dark sky, which you did 2,000 years ago, no light pollution, the event would have seemed even more impressive. So, tonight, while, there's been lots of correlations with the Christmas star, I'm simply going to go with the fact that we've got two really bright planets that are going to get their act together tonight and really put on a show, which everybody wants for 2020.
All right, well, let's talk about the show that you are going to be doing. You're going to be having a special live stream event this afternoon from York University Observatory. But even if you don't have a telescope, tell us the specifics. When and how can we see it?
That's right. You don't have to have a telescope. The telescope will enhance the view. It'll magnify the image of the planets, the rings of Saturn, and so on. But you don't need a telescope to be able to see this event. Over in the southwest sky, immediately after sunset, grab a pair of binoculars, and about a hand span above the horizon, you will be able to see Jupiter and Saturn getting together, as I said, so very, very close. And as twilight deepens, you will be able to see them even more brightly. The problem is, of course, that they're getting closer and closer to the horizon. So your next door neighbor's house might get in the way, or there could be a tree that's causing a bit of a problem. So you really do need to have a really clear southwestern horizon. We'll be broadcasting on YouTube at 4 o'clock to tell everybody about, the historical significance, what's actually happening in the sky. And if it's clear, use the 1-meter telescope behind me to show images. Even if it's cloudy and the forecast in Toronto is not really good for tonight, there are many observatories around the world that will be tuning in to this actual conjunction. So if we can't show it to you, we'll hijack somebody else's stream and be able to show you some of the live images. We're all friends in astronomy. So, everybody will be looking to the place where it's clear to be able to transmit these live images.
Hey, Paul, I always love to ask you this question. I mean, besides people of faith and the Christmas star, what are you most excited about? I mean, this event is once in a lifetime.
The analogy I've been using for a sports analogy is, it's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup and we're in triple overtime. This is how rare this type of event is. So, it's not to be missed. And as I said, Jupiter and Saturn, when you've got magnification through a telescope, look stunning at the best of times. To have them both in the same field of view, really, really special.
Sports reference from a man of science in an observatory. I think that is a first anywhere. Merry Christmas to you, Paul Delaney. We'll see you tonight.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.